Alright, Pretender here, back with another Honkai Star video, and today I'm here with more of an informational video on some characters that will be receiving quite a buff in 2.5. If you guys do not know, we are getting 2 new planet ornaments coming in the 2.5 update, and there is a pretty good amount of characters that can also use these relic sets. And so today I'm going to be taking you over those characters, also talking about why, and also talking about the future, all that kind of stuff. That's all I gotta say before I get to the video. Drop a like, drop a sub, hit the bell icon for more videos like this, and let's get straight into it. So this is the first one we are looking at. As you do see, this is a new one, and what it does is increases the wearer's crit damage by 16%. When a target is summoned by the wearer is on the field, crit damage additionally increases by 32%. So not only are you getting a 16% increase to crit damage for free, if you do have that summon, you get an additional 32%, giving you up to a 48% crit damage for free if you are a summoned character. And so the first more notable one that can use this set pretty well is going to be Topaz and Numby. As we do know, Topaz herself isn't really the crazy thing besides the debuff, but Numby is actually summoned on the battlefield. And as she does summon Numby right away, you are able to get the full effect of this relic set. Topaz herself, you still want to build her as a DPS, you want to get speed, crit rate, crit damage, all that good stuff, and so crit damage on her is very much welcomed, and so she is going to benefit from this a lot. This is going to be the best one, potentially even more than Durin, thanks to the fact you get practically double the crit damage Durin can give you. Durin also gives you a follow-up damage bonus, so the calcs might be around even, but I'm pretty sure this one is going to be more on the better side because of just, it's a free almost 50% crit damage. So especially for Topaz, who again wants to be built with crit stats as well, she is going to benefit a lot thanks to the fact that she summons Numby, so she is able to make use of the full set. So getting the 16% crit damage for free, and then on top of that getting the additional 32% thanks to the fact that she summons Numby. And then the other character that's going to benefit from this is the most buff character in this game, Jingwan. So as you guys do know, the whole shtick with him is he summons Lightning Lord at the start of the battle. Jingyun is also a pure DPS, and you're going to want to build him with crit stats, so you guessed it, he's going to benefit from this because again, 16% crit damage for free. On top of that, 32% crit damage for anyone that has a summon, and he summons Lightning Lord at the start of the battle. Boom, there you go. And I've been seeing some people say that, oh, summons, these guys don't count for some reason. They clearly say they summon at the start of the battle. So to give you another thing, we are on the wiki page, summoned units, which would be what this thing provides. And as you do see, some character abilities can summon units. They are treated as individual units and will appear on the action order bar. Numby appears on the action order bar. Lightning Lord appears on the action order bar. They are said to be summoned. They are summoned characters. So just to clear that thing, they will count because they will not release a relic set that literally no one can use, because I get release things for the future, but there are characters that will be able to use it, although maybe not optimally. But I doubt they would ever release a relic set that no one can use, and these guys clearly say they do summon at the start of the battle. So these are the 2 characters that are going to benefit from it. Just to specify, I'm not saying this is good for Linksha. This is not going to be one you use on Linksha. I just want to say something. So Linksha is going to be another summon character thanks to her bunnies. And so this is potentially starting the new summon meta, because we're getting this new relic set. We had very occasional characters, just 2 of them that already summoned characters in order to use the set, and Linksha is being a new one for sustain. So this is definitely a sign that in the future we're going to get more summon units that most likely will have this as their best in slot planner ornaments. Because again, right now we are very limited. The only summons character are Topaz, Jingwan, which Topaz uses a lot. Jingwan, if you still use them, you got that. Linksha is going to be the next one, but she is obviously not someone that's going to be built with crit, so it's not going to be good on her. But her releasing and some stuff we have seen, it is a good sign that potentially we're going to get more characters with summons that are probably going to be crit related, so they can make use of this set. Because again, 16% crit damage on its own for an ornament is nice, but getting 32 additional for a summon is so good. Giving you 48% crit damage is just so good for an ornament. And then we are getting another ornament which does increase energy regeneration rate by 5%. And if the wearer is not the first character in the team lineup, then increase the attack of the first character in the team lineup by 12%. What this means is your character positioned first, so the character in battle farthest to the left, is going to receive this buff. So let's say you put this on a support character and your first slot is Dr. Ratio. Dr. Ratio will be receiving the 12% increase to attack. But the energy regeneration rate, obviously, as it says, applies to the wearer. So who can benefit from this? Practically any Harmony support. The only time you really don't want to do it if you're on something like a Boot Hill team and you're taking Ruan Mei or you're taking Harmony Trailblazer, then that's like the only time you don't want to use it, because Boot Hill does not want attack percent. Firefly, it can kind of work on her. It's definitely not optimal, but she does scale more break off attack. So it could technically work on her, but it's probably not the best. But for every other actual DPS that does damage, it is practically going to benefit him a good amount. So the only exceptions would be someone like Blade, who's HP scaling. But a lot of the characters, Acheron, Dr. Feixiao, Zele, and so on and so forth, you would give the ornament to one of these characters and you'd position your DPS on the first slot, and they are getting the free 12% buff, and on top of that you are getting an increased energy regeneration rate, so that can vastly help some rotations on these characters, because there are some people and some characters that might like the energy regeneration rate because some characters can't get it optimally, so you would practically get the bonus from that to help a lot. Like, I know some people that run Von Walk on Robin despite really not needing it, but they want the energy. So this is going to be even better because you already go first for the most part, built properly. And instead of getting that action forward that she doesn't really need, she can increase the attack of the first person on the team. This might not be great for multi-DPS teams, so something like a follow-up team in general, because you have multiple characters doing damage. So it's usually the main DPS, which is the main source, and Topaz is the enabler. Topaz still does damage, but unfortunately, she would not be receiving this buff, as opposed to Relics, someone that might have something like Broken Keel or Ageless, where everyone gets the attack percent or everyone gets the crit damage. But this can still be a very good setup in hyper carries as well. Can also be used with characters like Yunli. Usually with Yunli, Clara, you can place them in the third slot because you want them to get attacked and all that stuff. But you can just easily move them to the first slot and boom, now they're going to be getting the attack percent buff. So once again, practically any hyper carry or one DPS, even multi DPS teams can still use it because there's usually one main DPS that's going to be doing most of the damage, because on a follow-up team, as I mentioned, usually Dr. Feixiao or the upcoming character Feixiao is your main source of damage. Topaz is more there for the divas, but she still does good damage. So that case, it's still usable, but again, the only real case you don't want to use it is on break teams, because on a break team, Firefly, once again, she can kind of benefit from the attack percent, but there's definitely better options. But someone like Boohale, it is useless because he does not want attack percent whatsoever. But again, with other characters, follow-up teams, potentially hyper carry teams, they can benefit from the set, because once again, giving the actual support energy regeneration rate can especially help characters like Robin. And then the first person in the team lineup gains that 12% attack. And so yeah, that is the video. Again, the summon set is a more niche for now, but I definitely see this becoming a best in slot for a lot of characters. Practically anyone that will be doing summon related shenanigans that are not break or anything related. Because if they're break or dot related summons, then it's probably not going to be good for them, because crit damage is kind of whatever for them. But if they are a pure DPS or just DPSs like Topaz, and then again pure DPS or carries like Jingwan, then boom, this is going to receive a lot of value. These characters are getting buffed from it because it's going to definitely be the best in slots. Shout out to Jingwan getting his like millionth buff since releasing and still probably not being fixed. But yeah, again, the summon one, again, niche right now, but definitely will be seeing more value as the game progresses. And then this one being practically good on any Harmony support that, once again, is dot break related, because even in dot, you can buff your Kafka, and she's going to benefit a lot from that attack percent, because dot characters love attack. Boom, there you go, you can run it on your supports. You can even do it on your sustains if you really want. So it's going to be a good option depending on what you do. So both of these, again, this one more niche, definitely seeing more value in the future, and then this one is definitely personal preference, which I still think it's good to have good use, especially since we're getting to the point where characters do have diluted crit damage from time to time. So instead, getting the attack percent can be very beneficial, and then again, the energy regeneration rate can help a lot with rotations, especially with characters like Robin. Anyway, that's been the video. Let me know how you guys feel about these Relic sets. Peace out.